So today I am going to show you how I put patches on. Now this actually requires a lot of practice. I've been doing it for a long time. Leather is really a goofy one to work with because it likes to stretch, and depending on where you have to put it. Now like right now I have a zipper here. I can't obviously go through that, so I have to watch what I'm doing. So it gets a little goofy, and where you're putting them. I don't pin mine anymore. I just stick it there with a little piece of tape in the back, and I sew it on. So we always want to watch our thread. We want to make sure that our thread matches the outer part of that patch. You don't want to match any of these, like say you don't want yellow, even though it matches, you don't want yellow to go around that because it will look off. So when you place your patches on, the leather does move, it stretches, and it can make the patch sit on there wrong. Even an eighth of an inch can make it look off. But I'm really particular on my patches, so they have to be on there correctly. Now, another thing is that I always ask my customer, I prefer to put these patches on where the lining is separated from the leather so that the lining, there's no thread that goes, that you can see through. This lining is really goofy, so I asked my customer, he said he didn't mind, and I'm sewing through to the back of that. So, like I said, these take a little time to learn to do. I like to use heavy duty thread. Right now I'm not, but for the most part that's what I do. And so here is the patches that I've done, and you want to make sure they all line up pretty much the same. This one couldn't because of that zipper, but it's on there the best that it's going to be. And make sure you get all your threading off. So when I do these patches, I make sure that they all line up from corner to corner evenly. Sometimes you can't, depending on the patch. It may look off, but I get it as close as I possibly can. Now this one's going to have, I think, 18 patches. So just to tell you or remind you, leather, once it's punctured, you will see the puncture mark. So you don't want to just put something on and think you know what you're doing, or not really have a plan, because you don't want to show your customer that you just screwed it up. That is a no-no. Because leather, there's a couple things that you can do to kind of scratch that mark off as far as the puncture hole, but I try not to do that just because that's not how it's supposed to be. So there's some patches right there, and I'll show you at the end the full vest and what I have done.